Okay, everybody, good morning. Something good must have happened if I'm saying good morning. Something very bad and good happened, so I'm going to let y'all just kind of be with me while I'm making my breakfast this morning while I'm telling y'all, because I don't have a whole lot of time. So I kind of freaked out last night because I was worrying about my son, Melby. As y'all know, I have not seen Melby throughout this whole ordeal, and I don't really play that letting other people have raise my kids or even let them spend the night anywhere. I always keep my child, and it's just been very hard on me. And I was so worried about him that I started kind of just getting angry and freaking out about his well-being, because as a mother, your job is to protect him. And I did post the videos of what I was saying, but I just erased it because I was going in, and I'm tired of that energy. Everybody knows what's going on at this point. They understand my frustration, and I talked to my man, and he let me know like he was on my side and everything, and that was a lot. That meant a lot to me to know that he's on my side. And so anyway, of course, I have been worrying about this baby, but I do worry about my son as well. So yesterday I was kind of tripping about Mel, and when I get to tripping about Mel, I don't play, because that's my firstborn, and I raised him and I love him, so I be tripping when it comes to Melbourne. And I was calm, like I calmed down, and um, I was tripping because I wanted to pray to God, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to pray to the Lord, like, God, let me know that this baby is going to be all right. Just show me something. And I did. I was like, I prayed it silently before I went to sleep last night, because everybody know how long I've been carrying. I told y'all what we've been through and everything, and I ain't never heard of nothing like this other than Jackie Chan mama. Something about Jackie Chan mama carried him for like a long time, but not this long, you know what I'm saying? So of course, as a mother, I'm gonna be worrying about if the baby gonna make it, and if my body can successfully deliver, and if the baby gonna be all right once the baby is born. All of those things go through my mind, and it gets very overwhelming. It's a lot of stress when I think about all that, especially the fact that I have been going to several different hospitals trying to get the medical care for the child. So that's really stressful when I'm not able to get the medical care. I took a whole bottle of prenatal vitamins throughout this pregnancy, and I ran out of them, and I was going to get some more, but yeah, that's how long I've been carrying this little baby. I done took a whole bottle of some real good prenatal vitamins back when I was in Texas. And then I had some gummies too. So I was on my second bottle of prenatals with this child. And so that means I've been pregnant with this little baby for a long time. And I had prayed to God. I was like, God, last night on the bed, I was like, show me something about this little baby being all right, and show me that I'm going to make it. Show me that I'm going to make it. Because it's people that want to harm me because they know what happened to me, and people just don't want to take any accountability for any of the things that they have done. I owned up to what I did. Everything that I have done, I have owned up to it. So, you know what I'm saying, and told my side of the story. But they have not owned up to anything that they have done. Make us some grits. Yeah, they have not owned up to anything that they have done and then continue to try to harm me and the baby to cover it up. I done had to deal with my embarrassment, or if you want to call it shame or guilt, about things that I've done. It's time for other people to just accept that they lied and did stuff to me and the baby and deal with their shame and their guilt behind it. And just keep it moving and do the right thing for the child. Well, I was praying like, God, just show me something that this baby gonna be all right. And when I had went to sleep, I had this vision, and I was up in this white lady house, and it was something about a black man had brought me to the white lady house, and she was like in an apartment, like upstairs or something, and the white lady, she was cool, like she was in there asleep. She was cool with the black dude, and thank you, God bless me. Thank you, Jesus. She was cool with the black dude, and I don't know if it was his girlfriend. He was like light-skinned black dude. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or what, but he left me in the house. He left me in the house with the lady, and she was asleep, and I was sneaking around the house like, okay, well, I'm finna get up out of here. I ain't finna just be up in this lady's house, and she don't know that I'm up in her house, and the white lady. But before I snuck out of her house, I had went and went in her refrigerator and everything to see if I could find food. I went in her freezer, her refrigerator, her pantry, and she didn't have no food in her house, like that I could just hurry up and sneak off with. Everything you would probably have to cook or whatever, stuff like that. And then I had looked in these little drawers and saw like these little Nutter Butters and stuff that was fake food. It was like plastic. It was not real food. And so somebody came to me, saw me looking at it, and was like, come here, look at this. They was like, it's not real. And it was prop food. It wasn't even real food. I'm like, why do you got stuff in your house that's not even real food or whatever? And so when I snuck out of her room, because the dude had me all up in the white lady room and everything, and when I snuck out of her room, I had her cat snuck out with me. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna get in trouble. This white lady cat I done let her cat out, and her cat came out the house with me. Once I snuck out of the house, the cat came out the house with me, and there was somebody on the phone with me when I snuck out of the house, and I was looking for, I don't know if I was looking for a job or what I was doing, but I was around the neighborhood trying to do something, and the black dude that called me on the phone, and he seen me because I was trying to sneak past the black dude's house because I ain't want him to see me, because it was something about whatever he was trying to do concerning having me in that white lady apartment. So when I tried to sneak past his house, he came out and saw me. He was standing on the balcony, and he saw me, and he was like, come here. And the person on the phone told me, don't talk to him because he owed me some money, and he ain't no good. Like, just don't talk to him. And I was like, hold on, I'm finna call him and see what he want. But I wasn't finna just go running back up there. And the cat, when I didn't want to go past his house, the cat went around another way, and I was like, oh, she's smart. And I went the way that the cat went, and the man saw me from his balcony, and I went the other way. And then I picked up the phone to call him and see what he wanted. And when I picked up the phone, I saw this woman, and I don't know if it was me or who it was, but I saw the woman going up the steps by the cat. And it could have been me, but what I know that I remember was when I was in the white lady house, I wasn't seeing the woman as if I'm seeing her and watching her going through the house. I was going through the house from my eyes, from my perspective, like how I am right now. I could see from my perspective, but when she was going up, it was like by some water in the neighborhood, and there was like a little bridge, a little wooden bridge or whatever, and she was about to call the man and talk to the man, and the other person on the phone said not to talk to the dude, and to me. And no, the man, he was telling me not to talk to the dude on the phone. And then I seen this woman in front of me, and she had like this yellow shirt on, and it looked like the woman might have been pregnant. And all of a sudden, like I don't know how this happened, but the woman ended up getting bit by a snake. And I mean, the snake just came out of nowhere, and it was one of the little baby ones, and it stuck the woman on the face, and the face started turning blue where she got bit, and then the woman fell on the ground screaming, and the snake was just biting. And then I was like, why she don't just pull that motherfucker off? And I watched the snake kill the woman, and she was screaming, and it almost sounded like me screaming. But any woman getting screaming attack, like you just heard the scream, and then it was horrible screams, and then it was like some sort of buzz crawling out of her eye and everything, and she died. And so I'm thinking, I woke up like, okay, what the hell? Because God, I know I just prayed to you and asked you to show me that I'm gonna be all right, not that I'm gonna get hurt or killed. Like, if I know a doggone snake on top of that. So, hold on, let me taste these grits and see if they taste soft enough for me. Still a little gritty. Well, that ain't how they're supposed to be. That's what some people say, but I don't like mine that gritty. But anyway, so basically, after that, I went back to sleep, and I ended up in this vision. Is that a roach in my shit? No, that's the grits. Well, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat this shit. Anyway, so basically, I ended up in somebody's house in my next vision that I had when I went back to sleep. And I'm glad I had woke up, because when I woke up, I heard the woman screaming and all of that. And I was like in this vision, like, damn, like me or somebody just got killed. And then I woke up and I was like, oh shit, like, I hope that's not my future. And I was like, ooh, like, I hope that ain't God telling me I'm not gonna make it. And then I was like, ooh, I was like, I'm still alive. Thank God. It was just a dream, you know? And so, I remember, like, I was in somebody's house, and I was around some people, and it was almost like they wanted to party, or you know, we wanted to party, because, I mean, let's just say I've been carrying for a minute, shit, I'll be wanting to party too, shoot. So, we wanted to party, and the people was kind of like acting cool with me, but then they were like turning around and trying to be shysty, and like trying to be real grimy towards me or whatever, and then talk about me amongst one another. And something ended up happening where I ended up calling these people out, and it was males and females involved that had been acting like they was cool with me, but then they was turning around and talking behind my back, and people was coming back and telling me, oh, such and such said this, and such and such said that about you. And some people, it seemed like they might have said some of the stuff to my face, like just being messy. And so I had went to some of the people, and I was like, hold on. I was calling them on their phone, and I was like, hold on. I was going up to their face. What did you say about me? And then I was like, if you don't tell me, I'll call such and such to tell me what you said. You know what I'm saying? And I was giving people opportunity to go and come clean to me about the stuff that they've been saying about me and my child in the streets or whatever. Like, because that was unnecessary to do that, because I'm going through something very serious, and for anybody to be talking mess about me behind my back or to somebody else that know me, and y'all know what the ordeal is, you gonna have to answer to me about whatever you said. That's how I feel, because I'm not finna be sitting pretending like I'm cool with somebody who been talking bad about me in the streets or to anybody in your house or whatever. So, I mean, it's different. You know what I'm saying? With me, I share my life and everything because I have to. So, but if you did something to me, then you did something. But they was talking about me and just saying, like, oh, they just don't like me. Like, it wasn't nothing that I had done, and then was trying to pretend like they was cool. So, anyway, after that, like, I was up in this house, and I was noticing, like, so people was coming up to me, like, who was supposed to be my friends, but I ain't know them that well to begin with, and they was trying to be, like, cool with me all of a sudden. And I seen this girl named Jatavia, and Jatavia, I don't know, something, she had, like, some witchy vibes going on with her, but the Holy Spirit was not angry at Jatavia, you know what I'm saying? Because God, I got the Holy Spirit, and when God don't want me messing with you, he gonna make me say something real mean to you in the vision or in the spirit, or get the hell away from you, like, on another note. And I was not treating Jatavia mean or getting the hell on or condemning her for anything. You know what I'm saying? We was back to, like, friends again, but, like, I was being nice to her, basically. I wasn't being mean to her, because God, he would show me to be kind of mean to people that deserve it. And even though me and her had our issues and things like that, God wasn't showing me to be mean to Jatavia. And she was one of my closest homegirls. She really was, before Austin got out of prison. Like, she had introduced me to some other females that was so-called running their mouth, but they did not really know me as well as Jatavia did. And I met her first, and then she introduced me to a few other chicks. And but if I was to talk to anybody about the ordeal, it would have been Jatavia. She would have known a little bit more about my character and how I was than the other girls. The other girls didn't. They weren't around me as long as Jatavia was. Jatavia knew me for, like, maybe a few months, couple months. I don't know. No, it was longer than that, I think, because he got out in July, and she knew me when I was working at the Fairfield Inn, and she knew all I did was take care of my son. I'll come over there and chill with her sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But when I was at her, she already knew. She came to my house. She already knew I took care of my son, and I ain't pretty much do nothing else. I wasn't no run the streets type female, but sometimes I would go over there and chill with her, and we had our little issues about a little petty stuff, but she knew that I was not no bad person, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't really know my baby daddy like that, because he was in prison. But I did share with her a little bit of information about the fact that he was abusive. And then, so let me just keep on going. So in the vision, I seen her, and, like, we was cool. We was kind of cool again in the vision. Like, we wasn't like all buddy, like, like that, but we was cool. And it was a bunch of females there, and I was being nice to them. I wasn't being mean to them, because normally I've been being real mean to other women because I'm like, y'all hoes ain't finna throw me up under the bus. And y'all know I'm carrying this child, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't finna do that for no man, you know what I'm saying? Then, nah, I ain't having that. And so, I need to get me an orange. So, basically, I had left out of this building, and then I was seeing like it was a whole bunch of people in the building, and they was getting nice houses and stuff from people. Like, people was putting them on, and I was thinking when we came out of the room, I was like, shoot. I was like some of the rooms that we was in, I was like, shoot, I need to go on and find me a nice little job somewhere because, you know, I was like, I feel like somebody put me on and give me a nice place for me and my children, like a real nice place if I got a job, because they see I'm good for it, you know what I'm saying? And I would like to give us a nice place. And so then all of a sudden, like a whole bunch of people had followed me out in this living room, and we was in like a mansion, like, but it wasn't like no nice mansion that you see on television. It was like a cabin type mansion. Like, it was like a wooden type mansion, like very natural setting type mansion. And we was all at the top, and I was finna walk up out the building because I had already said my piece to everybody. Whatever you said about me, as long as you ain't walk around saying you ain't like me and you know, like that, like, we was good. I ain't worrying about every little detail of what you said, but if you talking bad still, then it's a problem. So basically, the air was cleared about whoever wanted to say something or whatever. Everybody seemed to be cool, so I was leaving up out of there, and all of a sudden, like, this white dude had stood at the bottom in the living room, and it was me and a whole bunch of black girls and dark skinned dudes and white children. It was a whole bunch of, like, a mixture, a whole bunch of us, and we was all standing at this like balcony on the second floor, coming from the rooms where we was talking and discussing who said and everything, and being back cool. And all of a sudden, the white man started preaching, and he was saying, like, when God want to use you, you know what I'm saying, for something. And he was looking at me, and he was like, when God want to use you, you know what I'm saying, then you just gotta let God use you, because you know, you will touch lives and things. I don't really know all he said, but it was kind of like in that sort of kind of setting, like, tone. And I ended up waking up. And then so after that, I was like, felt better, because the first dream, it seemed like me or some woman got killed. And then the next dream, I was like, okay, well, that was a little better, because I would rather have somebody minister to me and give me some hope than to kill me or have me killed, you know. So basically, like, after that, I had went back to sleep, and I was in this vision where I was standing outside with a suitcase, and I don't know what state I was in, but I was not in Georgia. I was not in Georgia, and I'll tell you how I knew that I was not in Georgia. So I make this short because I'm ready to eat my food. But anyway, so I was standing with my suitcase in the middle of like this area. The parking lot was empty. I saw signs down the street to like different directions I can go in, but I didn't know what directions to really go in. And this black lady had pulled up on me, and she was like, I got 65 cents, like change. And I was like, shoot, I'll take anything I can get right now, because I ain't have anything. And she was like, I'm finna go to the ATM and get some money. You be right here, or I'll give you the money. And she pulled off and started driving off in her little SUV. I don't know if it was a Jeep or a Subaru or whatever, but it was one of them small ones. And she drove off, and when she drove off, like, these black men came into the parking lot, and I had started moving around because, you know, I don't like people bothering me or anything like that. So I started moving around, and I went and sat down by this CVS. And I sat down by the CVS with my suitcase. And it was something about the people of Atlanta wanting me to come back with the baby or something. And I'm in Atlanta right now, but in the vision, I was like, hell nah, because they was trying to have them men set me up on the platforms at the train station downtown. The men was trying to set me up, and I was like, I don't appreciate what they did, and I was like, so I'm not going back to Atlanta. I was upset about that, and I wasn't in Atlanta in this vision or whatever. And I don't know if this is just to expose what they did out here or not, but that's what happened. And so basically, like, while I was sitting at the CVS, I noticed that some people had followed me. A black man and some black women had got out of their vehicles or was on foot, and they had followed me and went behind the building and behind the CVS building and had followed me. And I was like trying to stay out in the open so the woman could see me, who said she wanted to give me some money and come back and give me the money. But she never did come back. I didn't see her, or I don't know that we went to another scene in the vision. But when I seen that these black people was following me, I had got up and I walked like past them, and I was like, man, I'm tired of this bullshit. I don't know what the fuck y'all think this is. Y'all motherfuckers gonna quit fucking following me. Like, I was dead ass serious. I wasn't playing, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no sugarcoat shit. Like, nigga, bitch, I know you following me. Fuck away from me. Like, and see, I'm a very nice person, but when you keep trying me, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna show you another side to me, and I'm gonna show you I don't give a fuck about them games y'all trying to play. You gonna stop motherfucking following me. You know what I'm saying? And they been doing the shit out here, following me, you know, when I go somewhere and just doing bullshit. And so, when I walked past them, I kind of stood right there, and I was like, man, I'm tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to look at me like, oh, she just talking to herself or whatever. No, I ain't talking to myself. Like, y'all fucking know what time it is. And then God was like, you know that them people following you get from behind this building. You ain't finna sit over here behind no building where you know people following you get from behind this building. So I had walked back out in the open, and I knew why they was following me. It had something to do with the baby that I was carrying. And when I had walked out into the parking lot, like, it was something about the women from Africa, and something about the spirit was like, wait till the women in Africa find out that y'all wouldn't help Andrea give birth to her baby. Wait till the women in Africa find out how small that baby is. Wait till the women in Africa find out that y'all didn't want to allow Andrea to get no kind of settlement for the fact that y'all didn't help her baby. And that she was that once they find out the whole story, and then that it's a child involved. But something about it wouldn't happen right away. You know what I'm saying? That they would get wind of what happened. And something about politicians and leaders and things like that here that didn't do their part as far as these African women would be concerned finding out what's going on. And so then I ended up in this classroom, and some rapper had shot a video with little black girls with his daughter in the video, and she was young little black girl still in elementary school, brown skin, curly hair, natural hair, and they was pushing the black image as if like, okay, it's all right to be black, and we black, and we celebrating. But the little girl had New Babylon. I saw Babylon on her shirt, and they had created a kids clothing line with Babylon on it, and he was allowing his daughter to wear a red hoodie with Babylon on it to school in the video, in his music video. And I kept pausing the music video in this vision as I was watching to see what her shirt said, and her shirt said Babylon. And I approached him, and I approached the people over the music video. I don't know, and I was like, who? I was like, what do her shirt say? And then they was trying to hide it, and then I kept freezing the image and going back and seeing what was on this child's shirt, and they had New Babylon on this little girl's shirt. And I guess the Holy Spirit was like something was very wrong with grown people putting a shirt, a hoodie, on a child that say New Babylon, and all of a sudden they was trying to scramble the letters and make it look like it said something else on a little girl shirt, because I kept going back trying to, like, looking like, oh hell no, and they was trying to fix it because it was something very sinister about them putting that on a child. And then and her daddy was the rapper, and he was sort of seemed like he was embarrassed once he saw that I was looking into what, because they tried to do a subliminal, and the little girl walked in the classroom in the video and sat down and had Babylon on her shirt, and I guess they thought that was gonna slide, or they were gonna be able to get away with that. And then he was kind of embarrassed once I peeped what was on this child's shirt. And then it was showing that, like, you pushing the black image, like, oh, we all are uplifted and evolved as a black people, but you're pushing our image with satanic symbolism, and you don't do that. You don't uplift our people with Satanism. You uplift our people with God. And so that's the problem that we having right now with this whole black movement as well, because you pushing the gay, homosexual, LGBTQ, whatever community bullshit on our boys, while you're trying to say that you're liberating us as a people. You're pushing Satanism and all these false doctrines on our people at the same time, while saying that we're being uplifted, and it's not going to help us. It's going to backfire. God is not a God. He's not a liar, and he said, don't do that. Don't do that. He might have mercy on us for a certain period of time, but our people can't continue to provoke the Lord and play games with God about serving him. So, y'all gotta excuse me, I'm finna eat. But anyway, so after that, I ended up in this room, this bedroom, and Jatavia was there. And there was a man next to me, and honestly, I don't know exactly who the man was because I couldn't see the man, but he was right there with me. And I was in this bed, and I had this little baby in my arms, and the baby was small, and the face was so red, and like, the baby grew to like normal size, but it's still the baby. By the time I was holding the baby in my arms, and when I looked at this child, it was not Melbourne, because you know the difference between your babies, but it was like identical to Melbourne when he was a baby, but it was not Melbourne. And the baby was small, and the baby looked just like Austin. I mean, just like him. Like, soon as I looked down at the little baby, I already knew what time it was. I was like, oh, this is the one I'm carrying. And when I looked at the baby was just looking up at me,